Hi there, this is Snow City Tarot, and I'm here with a pick a card reading. Today's topic will be, what does this person admire about you? This will be mostly focusing on your personality more so than your physical traits, though if I do get any messages about that, I may say something. For the most part, though, this is going to be for pretty much anyone. This can be about a family member, a coworker, a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even crush. So that is who this is going to be geared towards. So I have 4 options today. This is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can pause the video and take some time to pick. Take a deep breath and think of your person, and then pick one of the piles. Like I said, you can pause it, but I will be moving on to the first pile, which will be this one. Hi, pile 1. This is for those of you that picked this spiderweb jasper skull. This is your reading. So, pile 1. What does your person admire about you? So we have Cancer, we have Illuminate, Euphoria, we have the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, and the 10 of Wands. So overall, I'm getting a very big vibe on either an intuitive person or a possible, just somebody who's very sensitive. So mainly because of the Cancer energy, but I also have the Queen of Cups, who is a major water sign here, and we also have the High Priestess, which is also representative in Cancer. So you may be somebody who has Cancerian energy in your sun, moon, or rising. If not, you have a very water-heavy chart. And if you don't have a water-heavy chart, you just may very well be somebody who has innate intuitive abilities. So what that means is somebody who can you can read a room, you can read people around you. Generally, you can kind of see the vibes of people around you. So how they're feeling, what their needs are, and usually that does tie into like a psychic ability. So for some of you, you could be a little psychic. I apologize about the wind, by the way. It sounds like bees are attacking my room, but it's wind, and it's like blowing through the cracks in my window. So I apologize if that keeps on. There's nothing I can do about it. So basically, though, you are sensitive. At the very least, sensitive. At the very most, you could be a very psychic person. If not, you could just be a person that this person that you're talking about sees as someone as very wise, or somebody who just has a very good sense of direction just at the very core of them, a gut instinct. In addition to that, you could be quite feminine. If you're a man, then you have a sensitive, caring quality about you, of like a caretaker. Somebody who's a little bit more passive and willing to wait. Somebody who's patient in a way. So you could also be very good at taking care of others. So for some of you, you could be in some sort of care position, some sort of caretaking type of job. You could be a counselor. You could be a nurse. You could be a doctor. You could be, or just somebody that is very good to lean on. You could be a mother even as well, mother or father, I'll say, just in case, because fathers are not always one type. They can be very sensitive, and they can also take care of people in a maternal way. And some people have to be both parents too. So that's something to consider as well. So don't take offense if you're male, and I'm saying that you're very sensitive and caretaking and nurturing. That is still an acceptable trait in men, just so you know. So you could also be very sympathetic as well. You could also, something that people don't really see Cancer as, but Cancer is a cardinal sign. So that means that it is the first sign of that season. So Cancer, I believe, is the first sign of summer. So Cancer here is saying that because you have this cardinal energy, you're actually a go-getter. You're somebody who can get up and start something, start a business. It's a very enterprising sign, actually. People don't usually associate water signs with business or personal enterprise, but Cancer can do that. It is a bit of a go-getter. People do forget that the Chariot is in tarot actually represents Cancer sign. So you do have the ability to be a leader as well. So but the leadership is in a very neat sort of way. It's not overbearing. It's a very passive sort of, not passive, but calm, very collected, very intuitive and sensitive type of leadership. This is somebody that you can rely on to take care of this, like a general who takes care of everybody underneath. And instead of ruling over them like a dictator, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more personable. So, I have the card Illuminate here. What this card talks about is being a light in the darkness. Again, that is still very Cancerian energy here, especially as leadership. You have the ability to light up the darkness. You're the person everyone turns to when things get bad. I feel like you have a very particular type of wisdom that they can really lean on. And I think that you've kind of developed it over time. This person can tell that you've developed this over time because you have the Queen of Cups here. So in a very admirable way, the most admirable type of view of the Queen of Cups is somebody who knows how to spend their energy, knows when to put their all into something, but at the same time can distance themselves for the sake of themselves. So you're not somebody who's going to, exhaust yourself over taking care of somebody else. But it doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that you understand the value of how much energy you put into something and the cost of burnout. So this person can really see that aspect of you. But this card here, says the solution is not far away. Oops. So this is showing what type of personality you have. Like I said, the solution is not far away. You are the person that is always there. You are the person that is always taking care of everyone, who has all the answers. You can flawlessly pick up all of these problems and obligations, and people may delegate tasks to you in order to take care of them. You could be the solver. But I feel like this isn't a greater authority than you that's giving you these tasks. I feel like people come to you for help instead of having your boss dump extra work on you. People are like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm going to go and tell this person. So even if you're not in a work setting and you're in like a domestic setting, you could be the mom. You could be the mother of the house, the one that people come to give all their problems to, and then she takes care of that. Likewise, you could also be the father of the house, and you're the person that people come to for that same exact thing. We also have Euphoria here. Euphoria talks about self-respect. It talks about how you treat your body, actually, as well. So the care that you give to other people, you give to yourself as well. And you're very discerning about what to spend, what to spend on yourself, what to give to yourself, what to put into your body as far as like food and things go, and also who you let be around you. So in some cases, you might be very picky about who you give your time and who you let get close to you as well. And it's not that you're not easy to get around or easy to get along with or anything like that. It's not that you have a bad personality or reclusive sort of aspect to yourself. It's more that you understand the value of other people and what their time is worth and the stress that they put on you. So I feel when I see this person can tell you have a very empathetic ability about you. So it is easy for you to get overwhelmed if you're around people it is easy for you to get burned out by other people's energy, even if you're not helping them. It's just some people, they just go, 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 go. Maybe their thoughts or the things they talk about or the activities they do can really grind on you, and you know when to step back from that. And this person can appreciate that you can say no to people. You're maybe, for as sensitive as you are not a pushover. You can still tell people no, which is what they kind of admire about you. So that person may not be able to say no. They might be a very people-pleasing type of person, and they wish they could say no, but they might be afraid of how others see them. So for you to be able to tell people no and not be concerned about their opinion of you afterwards, that's really impressive to them, I think. Basically, as well, though, with this card here, I want to say that this person could have some admire you physically. So I know I said I was talking about personality here, but I think that in this case, this is talking about, your general care of yourself as a holistic sort of thing. So you take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul, but they also can see that physically you do show yourself as somebody who does, benefit from that type of care. So you might have a very fit body. You might be very, you might eat very clean, and it's something that shows up on your skin or just the way that you look. You don't eat a lot of junk. You don't put a lot of toxic stuff into your body. So this person, I think, also admires you for that, and also admires your hard work, but also, generally just enjoys the way you look. If this is a romantic relationship or a romantic interest of yours, this person would find you very attractive as well, I want to say, especially with the High Priestess card here. High Priestess is highly sought after. If you are a female, the High Priestess represents the friend that everybody wants to have, and the girlfriend every guy wants to have, or you can switch it depending on the genders there. But it shows you in a very idealistic light. But I do see a very good sense of maturity here as well. So you may have, maybe you look a lot younger than you are, but the Queen of Cups is not exactly, she's no spring chicken, she's not entirely young. She's not entirely old. She's, middle age, I guess you could say. But this could be showing that you may be a lot younger looking than you are, if this does apply to you in the age group. So, yeah. So that is your reading, Group 1. I hope this resonates with you. If it made sense, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one. Hi, Pile 2. This is for those of you that picked the green adventurine. This is your reading. So, Pile 2. I get a strong vibe that you are a teacher or some kind of educator, perhaps. And I think that for some of you, you actually may be somebody who does it not like at a big place like a university or anything like that, but you might be like an instructor in some cases, or maybe a tutor or somebody who teaches early education. And that's kind of what I get here, because we have the third house, which says intellect. But this is also, the third house likes to rule, it rules, the certificate education, early education, like elementary school, maybe even high school, things like that. It rules languages. If that's not the case for you guys could be some sort of clerical worker. You could be some like a secretary or something like that, or some sort of administrative person. You may be answering phones, things like that. But overall, this person thinks that you have a lot of a really good ability to communicate with people and I think solve problems. But it's I think though the greatest thing here is this ability to be compassionate towards anybody who comes towards you with a problem or a question. And it's usually in regards to learning. This person may see you from like a learning perspective, an educational perspective. So they could be a student of yours or something like that, or somebody that comes to you for information, basically. How good did you hear? I got compassion, I got Naz, I've got 7 of Pentacles, I've got the Hanged Man, and I have the 3 of Pentacles. And then on this card here, it says, stop rushing, take time to be still in order to see things clearly. When I pulled these cards, I got a very distinct vibe that you are a very careful person. You are very meticulous in your details, and I do not think you rush very often. This is I'm going to say, a more mature energy out of all the piles. I want to say that this one is much more mature. This is somebody who has a lot of experience. This is somebody who is not bothered by the nervousness of people around them. I really get that vibe here. And I think that because I have this card about compassion, this is Kuan Yin. She solves problems. She's got these holes in her ears so that she can listen to everybody and be able to respond to them all with the same level of compassion. She does not get overwhelmed. You do not get overwhelmed. I get that feeling. You're very patient. This person probably sees you as a very, like a point of guidance, and you're very patient. There are no dumb questions. There are no stupid questions when it comes to you. Somebody could literally walk up to you and ask you some sort of ridiculous question like, what color is the sky? I don't understand. You'd be the type of person not to laugh at them, and you would probably, calmly explain how that is, or what that is, and you wouldn't laugh at somebody, So I feel like you may, in some cases, for some of you, I feel like some of you work with maybe, people who might be learning disabled or different in the way that they learn, like people who may be dyslexic, people who have trouble reading. For some of you, you may teach English as a second language or something like that. So I feel like people come to you with things that they need to learn, which may seem very obvious or easy to understand for other people, but you may be somebody who helps people with that and presents it in a way where there's no shame or embarrassment or judgment. That's kind of the vibe that I get with this. I get the feeling that, like I said, this energy here is somebody that does not rush. And I get the reason why I'm getting a teacher vibe for sure. Besides the 3rd house here, I'm getting the 3 of Pentacles, which is somebody who assists. This is 2 people consulting an expert on a certain task or certain issue that needs to be handled. So you are either an expert or you are somebody who can at least assist. So it doesn't mean that you have to be like a high college professor. You're just somebody who likes to help people in whatever way that they can. For the most part, though, I do see that this is some level of learning or mental assistance in a way. Again, here, though, we also have the Hanged Man here. This is somebody who has this very active mental energy. You may be a very good communicator in some cases, a very good writer. Overall, this person is really interested or really impressed with your ability to process information, but also, I want to say mostly, this person is impressed by your kindness when it comes to these things. You don't have much of an ego, I guess you could say. You're not like a jerk about it. Naz here says, feel loved and proud. And this is another card that's giving me a more mature vibe or a more experienced or a more well-seasoned person. So even if you're not like 50 years old or whatever, this could be showing that in whatever area you're in, you have a lot of experience in it. But Naz here is talking about, feeling loved and proud and of who you are. But I don't think that this is about you loving and feeling proud of yourself. The way they see it is that everybody around you cherishes you. They value you. You are so incredibly helpful to everybody around you. Your expertise is so important that it's not even a secret that people hold you in high regard, and it's not a secret that people rely on you and really value everything about you. So whatever community that you're in, you're kind of celebrated, basically. And this person can see how celebrated you are and how much knowledge you have. And again, there's this humility here. You're not going to be an arrogant jerk about it. There's this level of very steadiness, like very patient energy here with the Seven of Pentacles. Because this is talking about somebody who does a lot of work. But they also know, to step back and kind of let things develop a little bit here and there. So the way I see it with this person is just somebody who's very steady as they go. You're not somebody that's going to be rushing into anything. And like I said, I get this vibe that everybody around you is buzzing around like nervous energy, like nervous bees or something. So they're just there's constant buzzing around you. And this person kind of just sees you sitting at the center of all this, and it doesn't bother you. All this nervousness and all this chaos, it doesn't faze you. You can still be the central point that people turn to. You're like the North Star here. But it says, stop rushing, take time to be still in order to see things clearly. This is a reflection of you. This is you. You don't rush. You take time. You have time to, if you have a situation that's particularly difficult, you will take the time to contemplate it. You're not going to just, throw caution to the wind and just give somebody an answer because they want it now. You're going to give them the answer that's correct. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah. I just get the sense that you've kind of seen it all. This person sees you as an authority. This person sees you as somebody who's seen it all. And as a result of seeing it all, you might have experienced a lot of things. So with the Hanged Man here, I feel like you've kind of been in every possible scenario that you could possibly be in, and you know how to handle each and every one. So you have this perspective that people really value. So when they run into the same problem, they go to you, and you're just like, oh yeah, when that happened to me this some odd time, I did this and that, and it's not a big deal. And honestly, that it's not a big deal attitude might be what brings people comfort, So I think that that perspective and that guidance that you can give, and this ability to do it without judgment or making people feel stupid is really what this person admires the most about you. So thank you for watching Group 2. If this makes sense, please like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to tell me all about it in the comments section, because I do love to read comments from people's, how they're seeing this. So I'd be very grateful if you did that. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can contact me at snowcitytarot@gmail.com. I also have my rates in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Hi, Group 3. This is for those of you that picked this. I think it's a Tiger's Eye point. This is your reading. So what I see in this is somebody who definitely appreciates aspects of you that they do not have in themselves. So I think right away you can kind of tell that this person, based on what they like about you, you can kind of tell where they know that their faults are and the areas that they struggle with. So I've got the second house of value. I've got sanctuary. I've got paradisical. It says you belong to paradise. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the King of Swords. And then we have the Hermit. Overall, you are somebody that is very bare bones. And you're not, despite having the second house, which talks about your material items, the things that go within your house, the things, material goods that you have, the money, furniture, cars, stuff like that. Even though that second house is here, it could be showing that you also have you find incredible value in things that are not material, especially with all of these cards here. I also have the card here. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you this. Give generously is the card I have here. So I feel like you may be somebody who does have a lot, but you give a lot of it away. You could be somebody that has a lot of value in yourself, or finds a lot of value in yourself, but also finds a lot of value in the other people around you. You understand that there are other things in life besides material gain and material goods. So that's why I say you're rather bare bones, because I feel like you may be a minimalist. You might not have a lot of stuff because you don't feel that you need it, or you just don't want to be bothered in having a ton of material goods, or a ton of money, or a ton of that or this. You simply can exist on your own with what you have, which is valuable. I feel like, you might be somebody who hangs on to something until it breaks and it can't be repaired. And I really think that's probably this Virgo energy here, is you pick things that are quality when you do buy something, and then you hang on to it until it falls apart. This person that you're thinking of may be somebody who acquires a lot of stupid, cheap stuff that breaks really easily, and maybe they find themselves like drowning in all this extra crap that they don't need, because they may have chosen to have more rather than quality, Sanctuary here is showing that maybe a lot of your principles on value and items has a lot to do with spirituality. Sanctuary talks about taking refuge in spiritual matters. It can talk about your values not being in the material, but very much valuing the wealth of people, the wealth of moments, the wealth of experiences instead of things. You could be a Buddhist, in my opinion, because this sounds like non-attachment, non-materialism. But what I'm seeing here is there's also a value in yourself in the way that you do not let yourself become a martyr, but you're not going to be completely selfish. So there's this reliance on yourself as well. I think that you're very, very independent with these cards here, very independent. And I think that you are somebody that is also able to talk about this a lot. I feel like I get this card here as the Aquarius energy, which I also see as somebody who's able to spend a lot of time alone. Even if you're in a relationship, you may find yourself maybe a little bit more comfortable if you have more alone time or more time to yourself. Maybe you're one of those people that wants to be in a relationship but wants to have your own house or something like that, where it's like, I did know somebody whose parents were like that. They were married, but they had their own houses, and that's how they had a really comfortable, happy marriage. It was really weird, but that's how they preferred it, and they very well could have that same sort of mentality of feeling comforted by being with themselves. Gosh, I can't say this word. Paradisiacal. Paradisiacal. God, I don't know. I don't use this word in day-to-day life, so maybe there's a better way to pronounce that. But this is a card about self-love and being very comfortable in your own life and being very comfortable with what you have. You're not somebody who's going to be in hot pursuit of everything under the sun, every new gadget, every new thing. And I think that's kind of reiterating the information I get over here. But I feel like you're also an independent thinker in the sense that people can't tell you what you want. People can't tell you one way or another what it is that you need or want for your life. So I think you've probably always been maybe a bit of an outsider because you wanted to do things your way. And maybe that's where the Hermit card comes from. I think the person that you have on your mind that you're asking about this is somebody that cannot be alone with themselves. This person probably cannot handle too much time without some sort of mental stimulation from somebody else, a friend, or, be on their phone or something. The person that you're thinking about admires you because they cannot be alone with themselves. They probably have a lot of active mental energy, and if they don't use it, they'll go stir crazy. And they may be somebody who also can admire you if you're into meditation. They may be somebody who just can't do that. they can't get their mind to just rest for just a little bit, or they can't just let the thoughts run in and out and then just have it be at that. They'll go on a tangent. Your person could have ADD, you know, that's another one. Some kind of issue managing their own thoughts. So when they run into you, you're very like squared away to this person. They think that you've got all of your stuff together because you've got this mental fortitude that they just don't have. Again, we have somebody who's able to walk away from all these tempting things. Maybe you're somebody who's also, you know, acquired a lot of wealth, but you don't use it. You might be somebody who gives it to other people. You know, I feel like I get this phrase, easy come, easy go. And when I think of you, when I think of this, it's easy come, easy go. You could have all these cups, but you don't need them. You can walk off and, you know, go and pursue something else. I think that pursuits of the mind are more valuable to you than anything. And if you're going to be putting any energy into acquiring anything, it's going to be either enlightenment or knowledge or something similar to that. Again, I have the Hermit here. This is somebody showing an understanding of themselves. This is somebody that... it's like you're not critical of yourself, but you acknowledge that you don't have perfect traits, and you might be somebody who works on that. They may see you as somebody who's constantly trying to overachieve, not overachieve, but like, it's like you're in competition with yourself, and you're trying to be the best you. It's like a competitiveness with yourself, you know? So if you say, maybe you're the type of person that's like, I'm going to meditate 10 minutes today, and then tomorrow I'll try to beat it with another 10 minutes. So it's going to be 20 minutes or something like that. It's like you set challenges for yourself maybe. And that's, you know, maybe that's how you get disciplined throughout your life, is you set challenges or goals or you set little benchmarks for yourself to pass or surpass or something like that. That's kind of what I see in that. Overall, I have Aquarian energy, but I get a vibe that this is Earth energy, to be honest, like a Capricorn or a Virgo. And even Taurus, you know. Taurus, second house is Taurus. So yeah, I get a very strong element of Earth when I read this. So that may resonate with some of you. Anyway, thank you for watching Group 3. Please let me know if this resonated with you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know how it resonates with you in the comments below. And if you would like to get a private reading with me, you can contact me at snowcitytarot@gmail.com. And in my description box, I have my rates for those that are interested. Thank you for watching. Hi, Pile 4. This is for those of you that have picked the Labradorite. This is your reading. So we'll start off. I have Leo, Gaia Healer, Merrick, and it says embrace oneness with the universe. I have the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, and the Sun. I get, when I say I get energies, I'm getting an actual energy from this. This is like the power of the sun. And I know Leo's here. And I have the Sun card here, but the cards that I also have here with this one, and even this one, it's like this really powerful, like, it's like sunshine radiates from you or something. So I'll start it off with the Leo card here. So this is a masculine card. You don't have to be a man. But this could show that you're somebody who is very assertive and somebody who goes out and gets what they want. So basically, you're just not a passive person. I don't feel like you let life happen to you. You've got a big sort of energy about you, like you've got a purpose, you got a place to be, and you've got people to see. And I just have this sense that you have a lot of good to do in the world. And this person probably sees you like that, especially with the Gaia Healer thing. You know, that's not even saying like you could say that if you're like a environmentalist or something like that, you could say that. But you know, this probably would resonate in that case. But even if you're not an environmentalist, you have this aura about you that you are up to some sort of good thing, or you're destined for some kind of good thing. And when I think of destiny and I think of like royal inheritance, I think of like Leo, you know, like you have inherited some amazing destiny or some amazing responsibility in your life that you take very seriously. And it's not like you're not gonna be like the second coming or something, but whatever it is that you are gearing towards is incredibly important to you. It's like you might as well be offered the world into your hands, like, and told you have to take care of this, so it's like, even if you don't become famous or well-known or anything like that, you take what you do and you take your values and the things you do very seriously. I think that you have a lot of good qualities in you this person sees. They see that you're very generous, most likely. They see that you're very dignified and you have a heck of a lot of willpower. The person that you're thinking of may admire that because they do not have a lot of willpower. They may be lacking in that department. They probably are wondering where your energy comes from, because it does look like you have a lot of boundless energy. You might be somebody who can like do 1,000 things in one day. Maybe you're a runner, and then you also, like, who knows, run a daycare, and, you can handle being around a lot of energetic people, and it doesn't drag you down. It doesn't tire you out. You might be very good with kids, though, too, by the way. But yeah, overall, you're very lively. With the Gaia Healer card, we're talking about an advocate for change. We're talking about... you kind of like live to help other people in a way. You could be somebody who helps people that are less fortunate. Like I said, you could be eco-friendly, but I think in general what this is showing is that you're an inspiration. The people that you help find you as inspirational. I think that they look up to you, and I think, though, that in whatever setting you're in, you kind of set the bar really high, and people happily try to meet it, You've got a very strong leadership capability. You have a very strong ability to affect people personally while still not being like one-on-one with them in a weird way. So for some of you, you may be somebody who has a bunch of people watching them. That's just an intuitive vibe that I'm getting. For some of you, you may have a social platform where people can see you and be inspired by you. But that's not everybody. And if you don't have a social platform, you're still very inspiring to the people that are around you. Like I said, whatever you do, you set the bar. With Merrick here, it says, embrace oneness with the universe. This talks about people that are kind of infectiously happy, like people that can infect people with happiness, the way that I read it. And honestly, I think that you have a surplus of happiness and you spread the wealth, basically, and you make people feel happier just by being around them. I think that you also have a great way of acknowledging everybody, and you make them feel seen and important. So regardless of who they are, regardless of your status in life, you make people feel like they're valued or worthy. So I get the sense that this person may see you. I feel like this person kind of sees you like a celebrity. They admire your ability to communicate with other people, and you do it in a very, it's more low-key, yeah. It's like a low-key sort of way that you deal with other people. So if you are somebody who's incredibly successful or famous or revered, you wouldn't know it by the way that you talk to people. So there's, for a Leo, it's a little weird, but this isn't saying that you're a Leo. But it is saying that you might have some humility with other people. Maybe you understand the perspective that they're in. So they see this, it says, try to understand the other point of view. So this is saying that I think you've seen the side. I think you've seen successes, and you think that you have seen losses, but you do not allow the losses and the disappointments to dictate your future, dictate your you don't let losses and disappointments dictate your success, that sort of thing. So I think that's how you can manage to be so very personable to other people and inspiring to other people, because you've been there. So you've been in another person's shoes. Now, that doesn't say that you're the type of person to like fix their problems, but I think that you add, there's an element of inspirational, there's an inspirational element to you, that it's just being around you kind of gets people thinking like, oh, hey, maybe I could do that too. You know, now I feel really great and energized after talking to this person. I need to get up and go do something new. So I want to say, for some of you, you could be inspirational speakers or life coaches in some ways, or physical coaches as well. Like I said, there's this sense of increased energy after people talk with you. You're kind of like you're like a battery or something that kind of charges people up and then sends them on their way. So I'm thinking physical therapy or physical trainer, or you could be some sort of like life coach or something like that. It's somebody very inspirational. In some cases, you guys could be like a preacher or a religious person, like a minister or some sort of center of a religious congregation. Center stage, yeah, that's what word I heard is center stage. With your tarot cards, I have the Eight of Wands, I have the Chariot, and I have the Sun. It's pretty much everything I just said. I don't even know why I needed to take these cards, but basically, yeah, you've got this energy of you know, not now, right now. You've got an energy of go, 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 go. You know, you may not get a lot of peaceful moments, but it doesn't seem to be a problem for you. Again, we've got this determination and this drive. This person sees you as somebody who not only goes and you know, charges forth for for the things that you want. You have a whole army of people behind you. They really admire, really honestly, this person really admires how you manage people. So when I say it like that, I'm thinking that, you know, for some of you, you could be like a manager or a boss of some sort. This person who could very well just look up to you. But yeah, we have this sense of clarity, this sense of warmth and happiness and joy. It's like every day, you try to make every day seem like you're on vacation or something. You know, you don't let the day-to-day mundane aspects of life like really sit on you heavily. You can kind of throw it off and be like, no, today's going to be the best day of my life, you know. You're just a beacon of positivity. And you're very transparent too. I sense a lot of honesty here. You if you are not a Leo though, you've got this very Leo energy, like the great, like good king, you know, the good king or queen, you know, the person that people look up to and they know that you'll give them an honest answer and they know that you're like a superhero for some people. I hate to overplay this, but man, that is definitely what I view here is you've got this very, you have the archetype of a superhero or, like I said, like a really benevolent king or queen. And that's what they admire in you. They probably want to be you. They're probably aspiring to be you. But that's how they see you. If this is not entirely accurate, this person at least very much puts you on a pedestal. But yeah, that's you, group 4. If you like that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, I forgot to mention, you could have great hair too, by the way. These cards here and this card kind of make me think good hair. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how it resonates in the comments below. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can contact me at snowcitytarot@gmail.com. And if you want to see my rates, they're in the description box below. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye now.